Right now it is time for the Streamline, everything that you need to know in 10 minutes or less. We want to begin with a story that broke overnight, a shooting attack in Jerusalem, killing at least 6 people waiting at a bus stop. Authorities say the 2 attackers opened fire at a busy intersection. 17 people were injured. Police say the gunmen were shot and killed soon after the attack began. The surrounding area was searched for explosives. No groups have claimed responsibility for this attack.
Back here in the U.S., President Trump's immigration crackdown is spreading to more cities. ICE agents are launching a new operation in Boston, targeting workplaces. Chicago's expected to be next. There were several protests in the Windy City over the weekend after President Trump shared an AI-manipulated image. It shows a fake picture of the city on fire with the words, "I love the smell of deportations" in the morning. And Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker condemned the image. A day after sharing it, Trump was adamant that the administration was not going to war with Chicago, that they were going to just, quote, clean up cities. Meanwhile, a raid at a Hyundai battery plant in Georgia has caused tension between the U.S. and South Korea. Federal agents detained around 500 workers at the plant Friday, most of them South Korean nationals. Now, their government says they will be returned to their home country on a chartered flight. Last night, President Trump called on foreign companies like Hyundai to respect U.S. immigration law while saying he welcomes foreign workers who come legally to train American workers.
If you don't have people in this country right now that know about batteries, maybe we should help them along and let some people come in and train our people to do, complex things.
Now, Borders' Tom Holman says more workplace raids like this will happen in the future.
Here in San Diego, a nonprofit is suing the Department of Health and Human Services over its new policy that allows federal law enforcement to interview migrant children without a family member present. ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo spoke with the organization, now taking legal action about the records it says have not yet been made public.
A lawsuit filed Wednesday by local nonprofit Al Otro Lado is demanding new information about a recent Health and Human Services policy change involving unaccompanied minors.
We're asking for, what the policy is, any rules around it, any forms, that kind of documentation.
Cassandra Lopez is the litigation director for the nonprofit. Just a few weeks ago, ABC News learned federal law enforcement, like ICE agents, were interviewing unaccompanied minors at shelters, something Lopez claims HHS has never done before. In the lawsuit, Al Otro Lado claims these interviews are taking place without an attorney in the room and without Miranda warnings.
And we're concerned about this policy change because it appears to us that it's not in the best interest of the children to have ICE agents present when they're questioning kids.
In addition to concerns about the children being interviewed, Al Otro Lado argues the policy change was never announced and still hasn't been made public, as is required by law.
But there hasn't been any formal publication of a policy. There hasn't been any new policy announced. There's nothing up on the Health and Human Services website that informs the public and advocates about the policy change.
An HHS spokesperson tells us the sponsor vetting process for these children requires verifying the sponsor's documents to ensure the child is released to a stable and safe environment, adding the sponsors are informed that DHS, ICE, or other law enforcement may be present at the time and can conduct their own law enforcement-related interviews, saying children are given access to counsel and can reach them at any time.
I think that this is part of their effort to deport as many people as possible, rather than ensure that children's legal protections that they're legally entitled to, that those are being honored and respected.
Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Some scary moments captured on camera when a plane skids down a runway in the Caribbean this weekend. Check it out. Passengers evacuated down emergency slides and crews doused the plane with foam to prevent a fire. The WestJet flight was coming from Toronto to St. Martin, and its landing gear reportedly collapsed. The plane was seen bouncing on the runway, tipping to the right before skidding down the tarmac with smoke trailing behind it. Authorities say 3 people were taken to the hospital for medical evaluation as a precaution.
If you live in the city of San Diego, you'll receive a letter like this, letting you know about a program that can help save you thousands of dollars in pipe repair costs. While the city of San Diego is responsible for water and sewage systems in neighborhoods, the actual lines do not fall under their responsibility. A common misconception residents discover when they start to have issues with their water or sewage lines.
You have reduced pressure in your line, or if you notice that you're getting a high bill from the water department because there's a leak between the meter and your house, or there's pooling of water in the front yard, for example, then you know you've got a problem. On the sewer side, obviously, if you have a backup inside the home or something like that, that's the telltale sign that there might be a problem with your sewer line.
Miles Meehan is a spokesperson for Streamline Warranties of America, an independent home repair company that has a partnership with the city of San Diego. He says troubleshooting and fixing line problems can be expensive.
If you're just going to make a simple repair, it might be $1,000, and for sewer lines, to unblock it could be $300 to $500, and to replace a section could be well over $1,500, and to do the whole line itself could be $3,000 to $4,000. So it's a significant amount of money that people just generally don't have sitting around waiting for that rainy day.
Miles says through the partnership with the city, Streamline Warranties of America offers coverage residents can buy. It is optional. The plans start at $6.33 a month for exterior water service line coverage, going up in price to $8.58 a month for exterior sewer septic line coverage. No deductible required.
And that covers up to $8,500 per incident. And it's unlimited incidents throughout the year.
When you have a problem, you call their 24/7 hotline.
We'll take your information and dispatch that to one of our contractors that are in the area, and they will contact you and set up a time for the visit. So typically that happens the same day or the very next day to have that visit come so that the repair work can get started.
Even though you have homeowners insurance, Miles says this type of coverage isn't usually included.
Typically, on your standard homeowner's insurance policy, this type of wear and tear type repair, which is what it's called, is not covered. Now, you could purchase a rider on your homeowner's insurance and pay for that.
This is Mary Cornell reporting. It was a big night for music at the MTV Video Music Awards. Going into the show, Lady Gaga led with 12 nominations. She ended up taking home 4 awards, including the night's most coveted Artist of the Year title. Ariana Grande took home a Moon Man for Best Video of the Year for Brighter Days Ahead, and Sabrina Carpenter grabbed Best Pop Artist and Best Album for Short and Sweet. Some honorary awards went to Ricky Martin, Mariah Carey, and Busta Rhymes.
Back here in San Diego, nothing says America's finest city like surfing dogs, right? It's quintessential San Diego. This is the 20th annual Surf Dog Surfathon. This was at Del Mar Dog Beach over the weekend. These pups putting the fur in Surfer, the wet paws, all of it comes with a good cause. Not only is it super cute to watch, but the Helen Woodward Animal Center says 100% of the proceeds goes directly to supporting orphan pets and programs.
Those dogs catch some good waves. That's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know in under 10 minutes.